Their favorite book is nice, but I think women would rather curl up with their favorite man. But here's the thing. About half of men over 40 have some degree of erectile dysfunction. Well, Viagra helps guys with ED get and keep an erection. And remember, you only take it when you need it.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra.
How common are attacks, cyber attacks against the U.S. military?
It's common.
It's common, a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Every day?
Every day.
Dan Kaufman has been monitoring the rising cyber threat for 6 years as the head of DARPA's Information Innovation Office in Arlington, Virginia.
The number of attacks is dramatically increasing. The sophistication of the attacks is increasing. So my job is not to wait for something catastrophic to happen and then say, oh, goodness, we should do something. My job is to say, I see this trend line going. I want to be way ahead of this line.
Do you consider dealing with cyber war your main mission?
No, I don't. It's not my main mission, but it's about half my office. So
half your office is dealing with this.
Is absolutely both offense and defense.
One of their defensive inventions is this ambitious prototype that, when in operation, will be able to scan the military's global computer network and zero in on any machine that may have been hacked.
Yellow nodes are the ones that are running our software, and blue are the ones it's interrogating or asking.
Within seconds, the compromised computers pop up as red dots. And the idea is that these computers have been hacked.
Yes.
And someone has control of them and is taking secret information away from the military.
Exactly right. And before, as you saw, it would be completely invisible to us, because if you're hiding among tens of thousands of computers around the world, now you and I can see this very quickly, and we know exactly what's going on.
Stunning. And in just a couple of minutes.
Yes.
Or less even.
More than that. From here, you could absolutely start. I could say, let's shut that computer down. Let's quarantine that computer off.
If it looks like a video game, that's not entirely an accident. Before DARPA, Kaufman made a fortune running several cutting-edge video game companies. His only military experience is make-believe. He helped invent the popular war game series Medal of Honor.
And then 9/11 happened. And it shocked me to my soul. And I thought, I've lived incredibly well off this country. And I want to give something back, but I have no idea how to work for the government. I mean, I had never thought about it. I'd never been to Washington, D.C. And I did what all nerds do. I went to Barnes & Noble. And I got a big book. It said government jobs. It was a big book. And I thumbed through it. And I said, I will find something and I will donate some time. And I decided I would hunt serial killers. So I cold called the FBI. I'm sure I'm still on the list somewhere. And I said, you don't know me, but I want to do this. And they told me I was too old.
38 at the time, he missed the cutoff age for agents by 1 year. But eventually, his resume got noticed by the Department of Defense, that saw an advantage to bringing in someone familiar with the language and hardware of video games.
Ooh.
Like this virtual reality Oculus Rift headgear he's experimenting with. So you're just using joysticks. You're just doing what any kid playing a video game would be doing. Right?
That's exactly right, except moving them into the world of actual science and real cyber defense.
Now DARPA Dan has top secret clearance. Though his department looks like an arcade. He has a team of 25 brainiacs and a budget of $500 million a year. Is everybody given a lot of freedom to pursue what they're interested in?
Yes, you're given tremendous freedom. The only constraints on you are, one, it has to do something to help national security, so make the world a better, safer, more secure place.
So you're working for the military.
Absolutely. I'm part of the Department of Defense. And two is we don't do incremental improvement. So the idea is it has to be something really revolutionary.
This man is working on artificial intelligence software that would detect a hacker attack in real time and plug it in milliseconds with no humans involved. If such technology had been available to Sony, that breach from North Korea could have been plugged right as it happened. When DARPA first invented the internet 50 years ago, they just didn't imagine hacking would become such a problem. Can the internet be fixed?
Or do we just have to throw this one out and build a whole new internet from scratch with security built in?
I don't think the internet is broken. I think the things we put on the internet are broken. What we're doing is we're putting a lot of devices on it that are unsecure. And
like what? Give me an example.
Pretty much everything.
Now you can control everything in your house with a smartphone.
Our devices are increasingly connected online in what's called the IoT, the Internet of Things.
Unlock a garage side door.
Affirmative. Unlocking garage side door.
Today, all the devices that are on the Internet of Things, are fundamentally insecure. There's no real security going on.
Always on, connected home.
So connected homes could be hacked and taken over.
What is the house temperature?
There are already horror stories of this happening to baby monitors and smart kitchen appliances.
So if somebody got into my refrigerator through the internet, then they would be able to get into everything, right?
Yeah, that's the fear, right? So the fear is as everything becomes networked, right? So first, maybe they can mess with the refrigerator. You think, well, that's bad. It's not that horrible. Your milk will go bad. Or it's sort of prankish, right?
Yeah, prankish.
But that refrigerator, of course, as everything becomes networked, well, maybe that also happens to talk to your garage door.
Or even to your car itself.
How many computers do you think is in a car like this? Somewhere between 30 and 50?
Kathleen Fisher, a Darpa veteran, says a modern car is really a computer on wheels. You've seen the ads of your GPS or smartphone linked to the dashboard. But this way, your car could be hacked and taken over remotely.
Here we go.
They showed us.
Might look at the dashboard there. Through the steering wheel. Ready, Leslie. All right.
This is a regular new car. The masking tape is only there because we agreed to obscure its make and model.
We'll give them the illusion they control the car for now.
Kaufman has been working on this for 5 years with multiple research teams.
Want to hit the fluids?
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
There we go.
What's that? That's the windshield wiper fluid. No, wait, so this is something that a hacker had... That's right, a hacker. Like, obviously, you didn't turn on the windshield wiper.
Using a laptop, the hacker dialed the car's emergency communication system and transmitted a series of tones that flooded it with data. As the car's computer tried sorting it out, the hacker inserted an attack that reprogrammed the software, gaining total remote control.
No. Oh my God. The horn. Doing that. They're doing the horn. They could control the gas, the acceleration. They could control the braking. That's right.
And they could do this from anywhere in the world.
When they come out and they are facing straight there, like away from us, just saying, we'll just slam on the brake. Yeah, sure. And
they're
stuck. She is stuck dead.
Yep.
Oh my God. That was terrifying, actually. So now let's make another loop around. So just stop at the cones here.
She thinks she's going to be able to stop right at those cones. Let's make sure that she can't, and she's going to drive right through them.
All
We'll
right.
have complete control of that brake.
All right, there we go.
Oh, no. Brakes didn't work, right?
Oh my God.
I can't operate the brakes at all. Oh my word. That is frightening.
While there's no known case of a car hacked this way, security cameras have shown cars burglarized by hackers unlocking doors. You can find software to do that online for $25. All this has alarmed Senator Ed Markey. Tomorrow, he's releasing a scathing report revealing that nearly all new cars can be hacked, but that only 2 out of 16 car makers can diagnose or respond to an infiltration in real time.
And so what the theft program does is it unlocks the car's doors.
DARPA researchers got involved in hacking cars and the Internet of Things.
Are you really trying to hack into it?
Yes, I am.
In an effort to invent unhackable code from military drones.
And is your goal to do it for drones and then have it apply to cars and my refrigerator and things like that?
Exactly right. I think that's when DARPA's at its very best. We're solving a specific problem for the military. I want to make sure their systems are safe, but I would like everything to be safe.
And now DARPA Dan is trying to reinvent search engines. traffickers who sell weapons or young girls online remain largely hidden from authorities. Kaufman and his team set out to remedy that. First, they studied the time-consuming way law enforcement agents bust sex trafficking networks by clicking on one sex ad or link at a time on commercial search engines.
And we watched, and they did what you think. They put in an address of a massage parlor or something, and then they'd write it down on a yellow sticky, and then they'd try to build in each to each to each. And we looked at that, and we said there has to be a better way.
Especially considering that Google and Bing don't penetrate the dark web, where most illegal goods are advertised and sold. So DARPA invented Memex, with which you can click just one button and all the hidden information scattered deep in the web about an illicit activity is pulled together and revealed.
So you're building the network.
Building the network. That's right.
Chris White, who invented Memex, showed us how, in the case of sex trafficking, it can comb through all the sex ads online, over 60 million, and identify hundreds of names and numbers that link together and make up an entire trafficking ring.
How long did it take Memex to figure this out?
Instantaneously.
DARPA's inventions can take over a decade before they're transplanted from the military into the broader market, but not in this case.
We started using Memex about a year ago, in January of 2014.
Manhattan District Attorney Cyrus Vance Jr. says New York is one of several cities already deploying Memex to find sex traffickers.
We have 20 open investigations in which we are using the Memex tools and 8 open indictments.
Memex is so effective, the White House has asked to see if it could be used to monitor ISIS. A downside is that Memex could also invade our privacy.
So what do? You throw this out there, and it can do many good things, but there's the dark side.
There's always the dark side. It's something we wrestle with tremendously. Our job is, A, to sort of say, look, this is what it is. Let's decide, how do we want to use it? And then 2, when some of the new programs we're working on, just beginning now, are there ways that I can get in here and still protect your privacy?
How much of your time is spent inventing things for the NSA?
Almost none, actually.
Because a lot of this stuff could be used by them.
Yes.
He can't control how his inventions will be used. These aren't video games, after all. But when it comes to beating the hackers out there, Dan Kaufman has total confidence.
Are you worried at all that by showing us all the new wowie-do things you're working on, that you're going to give car thieves an idea, or you're going to give someone who wants to break into my refrigerator an idea, or a terrorist an idea?
I think they have lots of ideas on their own. What I want them to know is that there's somebody smart on the other side who's going to make that way harder. I want to make them think twice